Games4EU, as part of the Brexit deal, finds its agreement lacking for game devs. Games4EU has put together a breakdown of the Brexit deal the United Kingdom government is set to vote on this month, outlining why the organization says the plan is a wrong deal for game developers in the United Kingdom. It's a good resource for devs that have yet to catch up on the latest Brexit development, as the breakdown dives into the specific changes of the deal that would affect game devs in the United Kingdom and EU, should the plan be approved. That includes topics mentioned in the withdrawal agreement like citizens' rights, governance agreements, and border agreements, along with topics from the political declaration, like data protection, United Kingdom involvement in EU programs, the movement of goods and services, mobility and access to talent, and other topics missing from the declaration entirely. The withdrawal agreement is highly dense, at 585 pages, but fundamentally, it deals with relatively basic departure issues, not the practical matters for ongoing business and consumer life we really need to know. By contrast, the political declaration is much shorter, but full of waffle and jargon, sometimes 4 paragraphs at a time. I use Games4EU. This makes it really difficult to know what it actually means or could be used in practice, which was precisely the United Kingdom government's intention, to give it the greatest room for maneuver in the future. But this also means it robs business and consumers of any certainty. Games4EU itself is an anti-Brexit, pro-European Union, advocates for the United Kingdom's game industry. The group recently published an open letter with signatures from 1,300 individuals and 127 companies involved with game development tasks, while asking the United Kingdom government to put an exit plan to a public vote. The Gamasutra job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: Cambridge, Massachusetts. Description: this belief is a game development studio focusing on contracting and consulting services. We have worked with both AAA and independent studios to help their projects ship. Notable projects we have worked on include Gears of War 4, Borderlands, The Handsome Collection, and Perception. At this belief, we are problem solvers. First and foremost, we like to dive in to figure out the reasons something is not working before fixing it. We take pride in solving problems others cannot. We value a sensible work-life balance and work environment. We work with leading-edge technologies to make them perform at the top of their capabilities. Currently, we are looking for a junior programmer. This opportunity is for a full-time position in Cambridge. Junior programmers at this belief are called on to develop and debug a variety of areas from gameplay to core engine programming. You are expected to learn new systems and projects as you grow as a developer, with support and training from more senior members of the team. Most importantly, you will work to solve problems with the help of the team. Key responsibilities, skills and requirements. Remote, no. But will you enjoy working from home up to 2 days a week? When project constraints allow, visa sponsorship, no. Technologies. Most of our work is C of varying standards with a sprinkling of other languages as needed for tooling. We do a lot of graphics programming work, using shader languages and platform graphics APIs, since we often are debugging the lower levels of systems. Being able to read X6 for ARM assembly is useful. Primarily we work with Unreal Engine 4, but we'll also work with Unity and custom game engines. Our work uses rendering, physics, audio, VR, AR, and other apps frequently. Our primary platforms are PC, X1, PS, Switch, and VR devices. Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. The Gamasutra job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: Troy, New York. We are looking for an experienced producer to support the production of a new title in development at Valence Studios. The producer will work closely with the project's key leaders and other production team members to successfully execute on a new, groundbreaking, original IP. The producer will help manage the project's development from pre-production through to product launch, working with key internal and external stakeholders to deliver on all critical milestones. If you are an experienced game producer, we want to hear from you. Responsibilities, requirements, qualifications, big places. Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. Sony Santa Monica's Cory Barlog, speaking to VentureBet about the development of God of War. Rebooting a franchise is a risky endeavor, and comes with many unknowns. But having helped with the Tomb Raider reboot, while taking creative leave from Sony Santa Monica, God of War lead Cory Barlog got some experience under his belt. In a recent interview with VentureBeat, Barlog discusses his thought process behind pitching the reboot the way he did, as well as the many experiences which all helped him learn to focus his storytelling. After finishing his work on the original God of War trilogy, Barlog describes feeling burned out and wanting to pursue something new. I wanted, creatively, to get a different experience. I am not certain how well I know this or not, but I felt like I did not know a lot that I needed to learn, and I was not going to learn it if I was making the same game over and over again. He explains. Thus, Bard did a few stints at various places before landing at Crystal Dynamics and helping with that Tomb Raider reboot on its cinematics. It was monumental to shifting his thought processes. That gave me the perspective I needed. I do not think I would have been able to make this game had I not had that walkabout. That was really good for me, because it gave me a good understanding of, when they were rebooting, what was their process. I ended up using that. This is not to say they were wrong. It's just that the way they approached it, I looked at it and thought, I did approach this very differently. He continues. So when it came time to head back to Sony Santa Monica, had some ideas. I think I said, God of War needs a fresh start, but the player needs a fresh start as well. But we do not want to just erase the past. That was an important thing. As a writer, You'll understand how hard it is to build up backstory for our characters, so you can have impactful moments. You have to build toward something and then pay it off. We built for 10 years. Let's not throw that out. Let's keep that. But let's take chapter 2. Let's use that and have that resonate even stronger. Be sure to check out the entire interview over at VentureBeat, which goes into more detail about the development cycle of God of War.